Today on Suncoast View, Florida State bans all fraternity and sorority activities just before homecoming week. Is Greek life to blame for alcohol issues on college campuses?
And we're getting ready to fight evil with the help of the Marvel Universe Live Tour. We'll get some lessons on fighting from the experts themselves, superheroes.
And Florida Studio Theater is here to preview their new cabaret show, highlighting the short but successful life of 60s superstar Bobby Darin. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Oh, the things you don't see. Hello and welcome to the show. Joey Panic up with us today. All right, Linda, you know I love you to death. But in case you wondered why suddenly Joey said the infamous words.
Linda's voice got a little lower.
Right now, Linda was watching the show.
I forgot to see.
And
I
didn't
was
talk.
looking to see if I looked fat. I forgot to say a word. I shouldn't have done that.
You were looking at the fighting scene?
Yes, she was watching the superheroes.
It's actually a nice compliment. You were taken by the show. That's a good thing.
I would say to my other self,
I'm sitting here queuing. Linda,
read. I'm so embarrassed.
No, that was very funny.
It happened to me, remember the other day?
I'm so glad.
You know, I will tell you, and people can back this up, other people in the theater, if someone messes up a line and you can jump in, sometimes there's that part of your subconscious, it's like, don't jump in, because then it'll look like you forgot your line and then you were coming in late.
You're
Then you look like the person
Yes.
that
Yeah,
did it
exactly.
I did not do that wrong.
It was all Joey. We didn't do a thing.
We got each other's back here, if nothing else. Well, we're excited. We have a big show on the way. Nothing better than superheroes to make for a fun Tuesday. But now, Joey, just to keep things fair, I need to pick on you a little bit. And I don't know if you ladies noticed this yesterday, but Joey was a wreck yesterday, like pacing the office. He called himself a nervous father. Well, I need to show you what happened to his baby. Little Lulu had to get her teeth cleaned. And as dog owners know, that it often involves general anesthesia.
Yes, so they had to put her under to clean her teeth because I know it can get painful and they may have had to remove a few. Luckily, they didn't. But so I was nervous. So she got dropped off in the morning and I was just waiting for the call. I'm that person. I know. I'm that dog owner.
I had my teeth cleaned 2 weeks ago. You didn't say a word.
Well, I hope they didn't put you under.
I'd like to be put under when they clean my teeth.
The funny thing though is she's okay, but like she's still a little. So, you know, when you hold her, she's like.
Together. Oh, she's limp.
Yes.
Well, the day after anesthesia, you can't blame her. She weighs about 4 pounds.
She tries to run and then she realizes that her body kind of can't keep up, but she's back to normal now.
Well, you're a good father.
We're glad everything's
She's a lucky
okay.
dog.
Yeah, you would be a nervous disaster with a baby, I gotta tell you.
I mean, I didn't birth her and I was nervous, so I can't imagine.
She does look a lot like you.
We have the same eyes. And teeth now.
That's not good. That's not.
Oh, brother. All right, we have a new friend in the kitchen today. I want to welcome Chef Miller from the Starlight Room. What are we making today?
Making a fillet of yellowtail snapper with roasted beet and sweet potato puree and a lemon risotto.
Ooh, a lot of great flavors there. And we have sweet tooths in full control of our lives up here. I see some great looking desserts. What can you tell us about those?
We brought some desserts to take care of that sweet tooth for you. We got a carrot cheesecake over here and a pumpkin cranberry cheesecake.
Ooh. Yum. And I understand that those are homemade by someone in the Starlight family.
They are. Tyler's mom makes them all to save me a little labor in the kitchen.
Really?
Isn't that the sweetest thing?
They don't look homemade at all.
They look amazing.
She does
The
a really good
owner's
job.
mom does the baking. I love the family part of that.
I'm sure glad my daughter doesn't have a bakery, though. She'd be in big trouble.
You weren't asked to cook for her. I hate to
People
tell
would
you.
come once and that'd be the end.
Speaking of eating, and I mean this with the utmost adoration for this event, last night, as apparently all of you know, Forks and Corks tickets went on sale. I have never been to this event. I'm dying to go to this event at 7 o'clock on the dot. Actually, 15 seconds prior, I was there poised to hit go on my computer. I'm like a teenager going to Justin Bieber, right? I am going to get these tickets. On the clock, on the dot, 647 people already ahead of me. When I tell you I hit that dot the minute the clock turned 7, and I still was 647th in line, I sat there and watched that number go down, go down, go down. It finally comes up. It took 40 minutes, and I thought, we're going to do it. By now, my whole house is involved. My husband's dying to go. This was a Christmas surprise. But
at some point, you just got to give up.
No, I didn't give up. And then finally, it says it is your turn to order. You got me. There is more than one event in that kind of queue, if you will, in the ticket queue. So I was already too late for the Forks and Corks Grand event. I could have chosen to go to one of the side events, but I'm not available on Saturday.
You could have chosen to go to Hamilton with that time. That's amazing.
I know, but I mean, to have an event.
I got an idea for you.
What's that?
Just sneak in through the corners.
I'll tell you what.
It's on the road.
I'm looking for friends, and my husband will yell at me, but I'll go as a date if I need to. You know, hey, I'm dying. But I do think it's what a testament to the Suncoast and to Sarasota Manatee Originals to be able to join together and put in an event like that literally people are hitting buttons on. I was told it takes at least 3 computers going at the same time to get in.
That's amazing.
So,
and waiting.
Yep, and waiting. So
why don't they just make it a little bigger? They can make more money.
Well, next year probably after this.
I don't know. A lot of charm to that event.
I'm trying to picture your 6'4" husband sneaking in the corner.
Well, she's saying she's going to go with someone else as a date.
Take what I can get.
Be home.
Don't say that twice. I'm going to get in trouble. All right, while Joey's up here, I have another beef. I'm full of these today that I want to ask you about. Has anyone but me been sending either texts or emails or posting on Facebook on an iPhone and had the strangest
The I turns into an A and a question mark?
Yes.
And I keep thinking there's something wrong with my phone. But Joey, you tell me that this is all over the place.
Yes, this has been happening all over. It started happening to me over the weekend. I posted about it. A bunch of other people started posting as well. So it's just a glitch, and I think it's with the operating system upgrade that your capital I, and we, I mean, let's be honest, how many of us we start sentences with I need, I'm coming, I'm going over. It replaces with those weird characters. It's just a glitch. Apple has not fixed it yet. It seems to have been fixed on my phone without me doing anything. But there are tons of ways that you can do it. And what we'll do is we'll put it on our Facebook page on Facebook.
I have been using
Suncoast
the
View.
small I. It comes up as the small I will come up.
Some
but
people
It's called text replacement. We're hearing.
so
how you
we're
fix
going to
it.
have you change your capital I to a lowercase I for right now, and that will then change it so you're not sending out those strange characters.
So I have a question. Because I sent an email this morning where they showed up. Do those strange characters go to the person I'm sending the email to?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So they don't get
It isn't
to
just that
correct
you're
it.
seeing it. So you may have seen also some Facebook statuses that had those weird characters.
Right.
So it's just a glitch. It will get fixed.
How interesting.
You've got to
some
have so
people,
much confidence, though.
I thought it was me. I'm so happy.
Me too. And I thought, well, what did I hit to make that happen? What did I hit to make that happen? But it will get fixed. It's some people are getting clever and they're typing out like EYE instead to try to get around it. But there's a much easier way, and we'll put it on
All right,
Facebook.
it's not your phone. Everybody's having the problem.
Not me.
I knew you'd know. All right, it is time for our first hot topic. And Florida State University has shut down all fraternities and sororities and banned alcohol at all other student organization events until further notice. This comes after a student died at a fraternity house party Friday night. In an unrelated incident, a fraternity member of a different house was arrested on cocaine sale and trafficking charges. No organized participation is allowed in homecoming next week for Greek organizations. UCF, University of Central Florida, instated a 6-week ban in a similar situation in 2013. What do you think about this response?
I think they've got to do something. People are dying. People are dying. And we can't just say, oh, that's funny. But I was a Phi Mu. I got so much out of my sorority. The main thing I remember, a person's given word should be binding. So we need to learn that kind of thing. We learn to make friends. We learn to work together as a team. But we can't let people die because people drink too much or do other things, fight or whatever.
You know, this hurts me because you guys know I'm no-blooded all the way, and I love my university and I will always. And I think our president made the best call he could. When you have students that you are entrusted to make sure they're safe, you have to do something to help. I feel bad for the family of the kids. I feel bad for the fraternity because they're also probably impacted and, probably needing some grief counseling at this point. But I don't want us to overcorrect the problem because I think the issue isn't just banning fraternity activities. I think it's a culture of drinking that needs to be changed. And that is not going to be corrected if we're just saying, hey, don't participate in homecoming, don't have drinks on at certain events, because regardless of organized events, they're still going to find a way to drink.
Here's my question. Is the drinking culture on college campuses, which we all know exists, is it exclusive to Greek organizations?
No, it's
exactly.
not.
So
No.
why punish the fraternities and sororities? I'm annoyed
Well,
by this.
the problem is because that's who they have control over. You can't control an individual if they're doing something in their off-campus
It's group punishment for the sake of a very sad and tragic situation.
It's true, and
But
it isn't fair, but whatever they're doing up until now is not working. And if I was a parent and I was sending my kid to school, I'd be like, what are you all doing?
But that's the problem. Everyone's pointing the finger at the university. And again, while I understand that we're entrusted with their health and their safety, it's the parents' fault because you're supposed to instill certain values.
I agree with her. And I have one of these.
No, these values about drinking should have been instilled as the child grew up. So when they got to a certain age and they're getting off on their own, they're not acting wild. And I hate to say this, when I grew up, so my mom would introduce little things to us. We never had a culture of, oh my God, I can't drink, I can't drink. So when I got to college, I was like, oh, I can do everything I want. Where on the other hand, my cousin was not allowed to do anything. When she got to college, she went completely wild, off the deep end. She could not control her drinking. She could not control anything. Whereas me and my sister, it was never, not that it wasn't, it was permitted, but the culture around it and how it was taught about how to control yourself and learning proper etiquette when it comes to drinking was instilled.
Responsibility.
I think the problem with drinking often comes from inside that person. I was never allowed to drink, neither was my sister. We both had the time of our lives in college. It was awesome.
And you didn't need alcohol.
I didn't need alcohol.
So your Greek system doesn't need to be banned.
But
I don't like this.
But have you guys realized this is an American thing? In other cultures where drinking is allowed and not prohibited, the kids do not get to a certain age and just get wild and go crazy.
That's true. You don't see French teenagers going, let's go get bombed.
It's a culture that starts before you get to the university.
But think about it. We eat too much. We drink too much. I mean, Americans in general have control problems.
I think over-drinking, I think alcohol is a problem, a disease. We can talk about it all day because we don't have that disease. But the people that do can't control it.
And I'm not sure that 20-year-old child had the disease, but he definitely didn't have the responsibility.
He didn't have the responsibility and the control.
We'll see how long this lasts. Again, I thought it was very interesting. At UCF, it was 6 weeks. So we'll see what happens with Florida State.
My sorority just came back on campus, and we were just getting ready for it.
And we can't blame the parents.
Okay, we're moving on. A Lido Beach landmark continues to be a contentious topic because we need another one for city commissioners and neighbors. The Lido concession stand reportedly needs over $3 million worth of renovations. The city says it doesn't have the money. Now, the owners of the Daiquiri Deck want to set up shop there with a 200-seat restaurant and an ice cream parlor. So the latest proposal has Daiquiri Deck owners paying $1.9 million for the renovations. In return, they get a 10-year lease. The city put off a vote yesterday. Many residents are voicing disapproval. Do we have a problem with Daiquiri Deck owners doing Lido Beach?
Well, they need to pay $3 million if that's what it's going to cost. I'd love to see them out there, but if it's going to be $3 million, you can't pay 1.9.
I don't think
the problem is the money. I think, and I want to say I oversimplified this story yesterday in my
news report?
Yeah, in my news report. The issue isn't necessarily that they were giving it to Daiquiri Deck. That area is in desperate need of renovations. And the city has clearly said they cannot afford it. So now they're looking for, they can't rent it to other people to do the concession stand, and the current lease is up. So it's like, what do? You can't afford to fix it. Now you have a company saying, hey, I will put up the money to fix it and probably fix more than just that, not just the bathrooms, the pool all area also has an issue, and you guys lease it to us.
And Linda, in terms of the money concern, to follow up with Bobeth, they are willing to put up 1.9 up front, and then the lease pays for the rest of it, because it's like 80 grand a year for the first 2 years, 100 grand a year after 3 years. And so there's income coming in.
And there has been some talk that they're willing to put up all of the $3-point-something million for the complete renovation.
Is it because of the daiquiri culture that people are fighting? Because when you look at the owners of, because they own multiple locations on Siesta and now throughout the Suncoast, they go in, they fix up the building, they make it look nice. From where I sit, they pay their bills.
People come,
they're responsible.
Tourists come.
They're in the community, you know.
And I think, and I also want to. I had a conversation with the city this morning, and they said, you know, this is just the permitting part. This isn't saying that they're going to build a daiquiri deck, because the vision they have is not similar to the daiquiri deck. But you are right. People are concerned that this restaurant that it will be open till late may have drinkers, and that area of Lido has been traditionally quiet. So you know, you want to go up to the Circle for the fun, and then you come down to that area for a little bit more quietness. And I think that is the concern.
It's hard to say we want the business and the tourism, but we want to control what type it is. You know, it's
well,
the
I think
endless
they're very
discussion.
high class, so I think it still has to be up for a vote. So we'll continue to follow that.
I would go that far.
All right, we got lots going on today. We're going to check out our happy hour forecast. When we come back, we're going to check out Mac the Knife at Florida Studio Theater.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your First Alert Happy Hour forecast. And just an absolutely outstanding day today. A little bit on the warm side, but not bad at all. And generally fair skies up and down the Suncoast. Get a look at the Van Wezel Tower Cam from a review of what happened this morning. And a little bit of cloudiness around, but not much. And just calm conditions out there on the waters. People taking advantage of it as well. Winds picking up a little bit this afternoon. As far as the current conditions go, sunshine and 81, the dew point 67. Winds out of the northwest at 13. I mentioned those winds have picked up a little bit. The pressure falling ever so slightly now at 29.99 inches. The evening planner looks like this. Fair skies through 11, 68 degrees by 11 o'clock tonight. And radar picture indicating some rainfall over Georgia and into South Carolina. That's a frontal system which is weakening as it heads our way. It's not going to move on in. Dry conditions here, and it looks like it'll stay dry too through the rest of this week. Details on that at 5. See you then.
Singer and Bronx boy Bobby Darin was one of the biggest stars of the late 50s and the 60s, my days, and he skyrocketed to international fame with his first big hit, Splish Splash. Florida Studio Theater is showcasing his short life in their new cabaret show, Mac the Knife, the Bobby Darin Songbook. And actors Brandon Day and Dan Faber are here to tell us all about it. Welcome, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
I didn't know he died so young. Tell me about his early life.
Oh, well.
You know, Bobby had a very interesting life. He, from the very beginning, he was kind of born with troubles. He was born with rheumatic fever, and that affected his heart in such a terrible way that he was told, his parents were told, by age 16 he was probably gonna pass away.
Oh.
So he knew from the very beginning that he was gonna have a bit of an uphill battle.
Yeah, but he took it really well. He pretty much made it so that he would be striving to overcome all that the whole time, so he didn't let a single moment pass, you know. He was saying Splish Splash, of course he started off, his mom was a singer herself, and so he was learning all the musical stylings from a very young age. He started off doing the great rock and roll pop stuff, the Splish Splash or Queen of the Hop. Then he moves into a little bit of a jazzier musical life, and he does Mac the Knife, of course, the title song of our show, a little bit of Beyond the Sea, has a lot of those famous hits. Later on, he moves into the folk scene, does a little bit of country. He really hit it all in his short lifetime, short
so
career.
So he could do all of the different styles of music.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. And he actually started out writing jingles.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course, this is around the time of the Rat Pack, and so Bobby wanted to take some of their stylizations. A lot of the stuff that we do isn't necessarily a Bobby Darin song, but it's a song that Bobby Darin popularized. So we really hit a lot of really great tunes that, you know, in the cabaret style, the way our show is, very intimate setting, you know, maybe about 70 to 100 seats, and people are there having a nice cocktail and enjoying the show, enjoying the music, and we're able to sing all these songs, and they want to be singing along with us. Half the time, they're commenting toward us, they're singing the song, singing Dream Lover.
Wow.
Especially if they've had a couple cocktails.
Yeah.
You know?
We could do that, and we haven't even had cocktails
That's
yet.
right.
I know, right?
I love the cabaret because we can look into your eyes
Yeah.
as you are singing.
That's right.
That's very, very exciting. You get into the music. So you're going to sing for us. Set up the song you're going to sing.
Yeah, so we're going to start out with his first major breakout hit, Splish Splash.
Oh, good.
Do a little bit of that for you. It's a great rockin' tune, you know, and it really it got him on the scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Came the teenage heartthrob.
The teenage heartthrob.
Oh, yes, I was the teenager with the frog. Well, if you guys will get over and get ready for your song, I will tell you that you can see Mac the Knife at the FST through February 4th. You can go to the FST website for more information because this one will make you feel good when you hear these guys. Okay, guys, take it away.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath on about a Saturday night. Yeah, rubbed up, just relaxing in the tub, thinking everything was alright. Well, I stepped out the tub, I put my feet on the floor, I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door, and then a splish splash, I jumped back into the bath. Well, how was I to know there was a party going on? There was a splishing and a splashing, reeling with the feeling, moving and a grooving, rocking and a rolling. Yeah! Bang, bang, I saw the whole gang dancing on my living room rug. Woo! Flip flop, they was doing the bop. All the teens had the dancing bug. There was a lollipop and a Peggy Sue. Good golly, Miss Molly wasn't even there too. Well, a splish splash, I forgot about the bath. I went and put my dancing shoes on. Yeah, yeah, there was a splishing and a splashing. A splishing and a splashing. Really with the feeling. Oh, really with the feeling. A moving and a grooving. A moving and a grooving. We was a rocking and a rolling. A rocking and a rolling. Splishing and a splashing, baby. Splishing a bath. Splashing about a Saturday night. Rubbed up, just relaxing in the tub. Long about a Saturday night.
You can see Mac the Knife at FST through February 4th. Go to their website for ticket information. And next, we have good news for Goodwill for Veterans.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Welcome back. Now, Veterans Day is Saturday, and as we all know, it's a holiday dedicated to honoring the veterans of all armed services. But Goodwill Minnesota remembers veterans every day. The Director of Veterans Service, C.J. Bannister, and Army veteran Paul DeBuell is here to tell us about the good news from Goodwill. Welcome, you guys. I'm so happy about this, that you guys are here to talk about this, and you guys have so many different programs. Tell me, I know you do the employment for veterans and, help that way, but what are some of the other types of things you do?
Well, I think it's really important to talk about the employment because it probably is the #1 issue for transition for veterans when they get out of the military. And so we offer classes every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. The first Wednesday of the month, it's service providers. So we bring in all veteran service providers from the community, and they talk about what they provide for the veterans and their families, and the veterans that are there get to learn a lot about that. The second Wednesday is job interview skills training. The third is resume training, and they leave with a resume in hand. And then finally, the final Friday of the month is always mock interviews. So we have employers that are hiring. They come in and they do live interviews. We call it mock to take the pressure off, but a lot of times the employers will hire them on the spot right there.
Oh, that's
wow.
amazing.
Right.
Well, that's amazing. Well, Paul, thanks for joining us and
Thank
for
you for
your
having
service, of course, and also you too, CJ. But tell us what Goodwill has done to help you.
The biggest thing that Goodwill provided for me when I finally did make that call, because I wasn't very aware of it when I came back to Sarasota. I've been gone for 7 years. They really provided a light in the dark. I was just newly divorced, transitioning out of the Army, a single dad with 2 kids, trying to figure out a lot of things at once. And those challenges were mitigated when I walked into Goodwill, said, I need help, you know, and I laid out what I needed, and they looked at me and said, well, now you can breathe. That's what my caseworker said to me. And they provided that backup that I had had for so many years as a serviceman, that now that I was a civilian, you know, thank you for your service, and now you're on your own. So it was having somebody have my 6 again and give me the opportunity to you know, start to focus on myself, my career, and get myself back in the workforce and get myself in a position where I could feel like a master of the universe again, like I did when I was a soldier, you know. So that transition is very difficult, and just having somebody there at first was really, my caseworker Edwin, he was amazing, and CJ and Mike down there, they have an open ear, an open heart, you know. There's somebody there for you to talk to. Even if you can't get all your problems solved in a day, they were able to just cool me down. Yeah, you know, and I was in fight or flight mode, you know. I was nearly homeless, but not homeless enough with my 2 kids, but we didn't have a home of our own. So they stabilized me, and they gave me an opportunity to ask for help without feeling like I was failing. You know, and that's the hardest part for a lot of vets. So.
Speaking of the open ear that you said they have an open house coming up this weekend for the breakfast. Tell me about that event.
We do. We're really excited about it. So we're honoring all veterans. So all veterans are welcome to come to our University in Lockwood location where our Veteran Services building is. And we're going to have a breakfast from 8:30 to 10:30. But we have Maverick and Lulu live, and we have Pause for Warriors there. We have Hero with Missions, and we have Suits for Vets. So you can get, veterans and their families can come and get free suits that day and walk away with one.
That's great.
All right, well, again, the breakfast is going to be Friday morning at the Veteran Service program office off Lockwood Ridge. And you guys can go to their website to get more information about that. And next, we're going to learn how to fight evil with some help from superheroes. We'll be right back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful. That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have
a prescription filled and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Marvel fans, assemble! The universe is in danger of being destroyed by evil, and we must get ready for an action-packed and legendary battle to save it. But we need some help. Fortunately, fight choreographer David Dirch and Captain America himself, Justin Jackson, from the Marvel Universe Live Tour is here to help us get ready for battle. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm excited about this because Marvel Universe Live is coming to the Suncoast, and you guys are going to be doing a lot of stuff there.
Yes.
So, David, tell me, how do you choreograph all the battle scenes?
Well, Marvel Universe Live is a huge, huge stunt show. It's the largest touring stunt show in the world, as a matter of fact. We have over 43 cast members with over 25 of Marvel's most famous and most beloved characters. They're fighting evil, so there's all kinds of stunts. There's battles. You have Iron Fist with the Kung Fu. You have Captain America with his shield. You have Spider-Man. You have all the great heroes are out there, but they also have a bunch of bad guys as well. So we spend
all the great heroes. How many heroes?
Like over 25. I mean, we have all the Guardians of the Galaxy, all the Avengers. So we have Thor and the Hulk and Iron Man.
All in one place?
All in one place.
It's like a kid's dream.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
I'm doing everything in my power not to call my brothers right
Do
now.
it.
Remember what we wished for when we were 10?
It is so much fun. You have Groot, who's 10 feet tall. You have Drax. You have Gamora with her sword. You have all of these great heroes.
And then the villains?
And the villains are out there. You have Nebula with her batons, and you have Loki, the evil Loki, Thor's brother, casting spells and doing a lot of sorcery. We have Doctor Strange is there, and all different styles of fighting. And so that's my job, is to put all these different styles together and keep it all safe, but keep it all really exciting for the kids.
And then I'm seeing like motorcycles and things like that. So you guys are fighting on motorcycles?
Yeah, this show encompasses so many different stunts. We have motorcycle stunts, we have stunt fighting, which David Dirch choreographed. We have pyrotechnics in the show. We have silk acts from our circuses. There's so much stuff. Anybody that will come to the show will find something to enjoy.
This is amazing. So there's got to be like acrobatic training to go into this, because you're not just putting on a costume and posing. I mean,
we spent weeks and weeks in what we called our boot camp, where the guys were training and learning all kinds of things. It's an amazing experience.
Was it as exciting for you as it would be for us?
Most of the cast members come from a background, and we grew up just like you, loving and watching these superheroes, and to be those superheroes is just a dream come true.
But
to
you
most
must
of
have had
us.
to have a background in like motocross or
Yes.
like the different levels of skills that you have, from like professional gymnasts to motocross riders.
Everything.
I mean, that's crazy.
At some point taking karate or something, right?
You could get hurt. Somebody could slip.
Yes. So we have all these people with all these different backgrounds. We have martial artists. We have motorcycle specialists. We have gymnasts. We have and everyone comes in with different strengths, but then they cross-train and they train from each other, and we make sure that they are good to go on all the different skills they have to do in the show. It's a huge undertaking, and it's so much fun. And people like Justin and the guys that are here today, they make it worthwhile because they are so good.
Well, speaking of so good, we would love to see and get some tips on how we can help you save the universe too.
All right.
And I'm volunteering Linda.
Linda will definitely be the one to save the universe.
All right. So Linda, we're going to have you be Dr. Strange today.
I'm Dr. Strange.
All right.
No comment.
Which means that you are the Sorcerer Supreme of the universe. Sorcerer Supreme.
Magic.
Yes, you have
Sorcerer Supreme.
magic. So Justin is playing right now, even though in the show he plays Captain America. Right now he's playing an evil Chitauri warrior.
Good. I get to kill.
So here he comes. He's going to throw a punch at you, and you're going to stop it. There we are. And now put him away.
I want to wear his uniform and take his place. Oh, I love that.
Great job.
That's great fun. I love your job.
Now, I have to confess that when Linda saw Justin before the show, fighting him was not the first thing that she said.
Why don't we go out for a drink and talk about this?
Let's do it. Let's go, yeah.
We can solve all the problems of the universe in a few hours.
I imagine, but you know, I want to do some more moves. I feel like you guys have a little bit more of an action pack that we're not seeing.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Linda looked like she knew what she was doing a little bit there. Can you show us again kind of what Linda was doing and walk us through her
Absolutely.
magic
Do you want to do it again? So this time what we're going to do is I'm going to break it down a little bit. Justin's going to throw a roundhouse punch or a haymaker punch, and you're just going to hold your hand out, pointing it towards the incoming fist. There we are.
Now, in the show, is there ever contact? I did wonder that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
See, we missed that part.
Yeah. In the
Linda
show,
probably wants contact.
Do you want to show something?
Yeah, sure. Why don't I go ahead and...
Yeah, all right.
Let's see.
Okay, save me.
So we have a variety of different techniques we work. So much of it is it's very carefully choreographed, just like any dance. So if Justin throws a roundhouse punch and I'm going to block it, I'm going to respond with a little punch to the stomach, and then I'm going to give him a little penetrating punch. So we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, right? So 1, 2, and
I'm sorry I asked for contact.
right? It's all
really serious.
There's contact. It doesn't hurt. It's a light little tap to the stomach.
Well, that seemed hard.
I'm not volunteering for that.
That was the sound of abs.
Those are crunches. That's what he does.
I've never heard that sound before.
All right, well, I'm not sure we're good enough to fight off the evil, so, you know, we want to see you guys do it for real.
All right.
Yeah,
So I think it's time. Let's
get over
I think I hear some good guys coming.
Someone's coming to save us.
Yes.
Whoa.
You can't win, Spider-Man! Spider-Man! This city now belongs to the Green Goblin. I don't think so.
Woo! Oh, he's down. All right, Marvel Universe Live is going to be at the Amalie Arena in Tampa, January 5th through the 7th. You can get your tickets by going to Marvel Universe Live's website. And next, when we come back, another character is stopping by to talk to us about a new show at the Scarlet Theater. We'll be right back.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC 7 News app.
All right, crew, let's get started. All right.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on now for 5 o'clock. Manatee County one step closer to getting a new high school. How North River High School is expected to alleviate some of the overcrowding problems at some area schools. And the University of South Florida, Manatee Sarasota, looking to cater to the growing number of STEM students as the demand for technology and science jobs increase. Now let's get a check on our weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Scott. 81 degrees, beautiful out there. Currently sunshine, and temperatures will fall slightly throughout the evening. And it's going to stay rather warm, though, for this time of year. Dew point temperature at 67 degrees right now. We have a humidity at 62%. Northwest winds picking up a little bit, 13 miles an hour as that sea breeze has kicked in. Temperatures now into the mid-80s in places like Sebring, 86, 85 in Arcadia. Northport, you're at 84. A bit cooler right near the coast. More in your forecast at 5.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Well, if you hear someone say that life on the Suncoast can be a drag, it might not be a bad thing, especially if you're a fan of our next guest, like we are. Performer Beneva Fruitville has turned a drag performance into an outlet to entertain Suncoast audiences, also promote some important local causes. So, Beneva, we love you, but we have to call out the obvious. You and Bobeth may have called each other this morning because you both are wearing the same dress.
We are wearing the same dress. So, I mean, my last appearance here on the Suncoast View, I was Linda Carson.
That's right, for Halloween.
I decided to be Bobeth.
Oh, look at that. My twin.
So, we are twinning.
All right.
That is amazing.
Stephanie, mark your calendars.
I know. When do I get a day?
Oh,
You get 5 kids with me.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Well, no. Beneva, you've done a lot. Maybe not having 5 kids, but you have done a lot for the community, and we've come up with a fun way to kind of share some of the many sides of Beneva in a trivia
Exactly. So
game.
I have a little game. That I came up with, and these are trivia questions.
Okay.
So I want you to make your
And
write
we're
your
in
answer
teams,
on
right?
the
So
board.
Linda and I are a team, and Stephanie and Bobeth are a team.
Okay.
So we get to deliberate.
Get ready.
So this is the first question. Question number 1. In the early part of what decade did the first known drag queen bingo take place?
Oh, early part of
19.
Oh, the 60s.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's see. What are your answers?
60s.
We say
the 60s.
Linda and I
the
say
90s.
the 60s.
Back in 71.
Yes.
In the early 90s, the very first known drag queen bingo took place in San Francisco.
Yeah, because I saw
wow.
drag queens in San Francisco in the 60s, but they weren't
They didn't know how to play bingo.
Linda
we're
was a
playing bingo.
trendsetter. And speaking of, you do have a drag queen bingo bonanza coming up this weekend, November 12th.
November 12th at McCurdy's.
Great.
8 o'clock. Contact McCurdy's and they'll get you tickets.
McCurdy'sComedy.com. All right, second question.
Question number 2. How many years has the Sarasota Pride event been going on?
No. How about this one? Whoa!
Whoa!
We had a different question up second.
Oh.
How did Beneva Road get its name?
Oh, my apologies. How did Beneva Road get its name?
Okay.
This is a multiple choice. Named for a local couple. B, named for a large palm tree, the Beneva tree. Or C, settlers say it's been there forever.
C.
Beneva.
Anyone?
C.
I think C.
There wouldn't be a couple named Mr. and Mrs. Beneva.
Oh, well, that was A.
Well, I think
We're
C.
doing an amazing
So our answers are
We're
C
having trouble too.
and B.
We went B.
Who?
According to Sarasota lore, it is named after a couple named Ben.
Oh, we all
and
got
Eva.
it. Really?
And it
Ben
was
and Eva. Oh,
Ben
I
and
like
Eva.
that.
And it was the quickest way to get to their home.
Ben and Eva's house. So you
That
go
is
down
correct.
Ben and Eva.
So they got a road.
It could have easily been Ben Linda had we known.
I
You
know.
lived there. All right, let's see what the next question is. It might be a
Let's see what it
surprise.
is.
And the question is?
Yes, there we go.
There it is. There's the second question. Going back to question number 2. In how many years has the Sarasota Pride event been going on?
Well, we didn't know the first time you
I
read
know.
it.
I know.
Can Can we do closest without going over?
Let's do,
It wasn't here when I
yes,
came.
closest without going over.
95. So let's say.
Linda said it wasn't here when she came.
How about 2001?
All right, so that would make it 15 years.
How many years has the Sarasota Pride event been going
16.
on?
Okay.
So we have 16.
16 years.
We also have 12. You're both incorrect.
I was gonna say no.
But closest is 16 because it's been going on for 28
Yes.
years.
28 years? What year is that? Do me some math.
Really?
Carry the one.
Yes, I don't math well.
We don't math. All
Quite
right.
a nice number of years.
That's also 17 minus 28.
right,
None of us
next
can do that
question.
math.
In what year?
In what year did Beniva, Beniva, premiere as Beniva Fruit Fly?
Joey, you have a distinct advantage in this game.
I actually think I know this one.
What?
So don't answer, Joey.
Okay.
No, well, if he knows it, he can do it.
Don't let them watch.
I
What
don't know.
year?
Just pick a number.
Oh, okay. We've got.
Here, Linda
We've got
wrote
a
it.
year. We've got a year.
2008 is correct.
I remember.
2008.
Beniva was in.
And there's my very first performance as a drag queen.
Wow.
I couldn't afford hair.
I was going to say, where's the hair?
I couldn't afford
It
it.
was pre-hair.
Oh, look at
It's
that
amazing what
wave.
years have done.
Look at that wave.
You grew it out.
I did. I let it grow. Final question.
Oh my goodness.
What do the following symptoms describe? Distorted balance, nausea, sweating, and a sense that the room is spinning. And no, the answer is not drinking with Beniva.
That's what we were going to
That's
say.
what I was gonna say.
Maybe when he jumps into
Drinking
the
by
air.
yourself?
Okay. Split.
We say jump splits.
Jump splits
Which
for
Beniva's
yes,
known for.
Jump splits.
Cheating.
I don't know. We're going to bail. We bailed.
What's
I
the
love the
answer?
part when you jump into the air and land in a split.
The answer is my new event that I'm starting this Friday at the Starlight Room called Vertigo.
What is it about?
Vertigo's the condition. What? Tell us about the event.
about
The event is all allies and LGBTQ. Everyone's welcome, 21 and up. Starts at 10 o'clock. There are going to be performances. I'm going to have lots of friends come in. It's going to be a fabulous
we
event.
always know wherever Beniva is, there's going to be great entertainment. Again, that weekly night will be Vertigo upstairs at the Starlight Room every Friday at 10 p.m. And for more information, you can visit the Starlight's website, starlightsrq.com. All right, good luck at Drag Queen Bingo this Sunday at McCurdy's. And you have a big weekend. And next, we also met the cast of Marvel Universe Live. And we went behind the scenes with their rehearsal. We'll be right back.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Do you need a good laugh? Starting November 1st at the Players Center, everything that can go wrong does go wrong in the smash hit comedy Moon Over Buffalo. This wild Broadway series production shows what happens both on stage and off. Contact the Players at 365-2494 or at theplayers.org. The show must go on with Moon Over Buffalo.
If you're between 50 and 85 years old, call the number on your screen right now for free information on how to save your family thousands of dollars. We're Family Love Plans, and we've been helping families just like yours for over 30 years. The average funeral today can cost up to $10,000 or more, but the most you'll get from government benefits is just $255. How will your family pay the difference? At Family Love Plans, we can help you and your family. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam and your plan can't be canceled. Better still, your rate will never go up and your benefits will never go down. Get your free information about our senior plans. Just answer a few simple questions and receive approval right over the phone.
Call 1-800-707-3608. That's 1-800-707-3608.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamed and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On Group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications, such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On Group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
Welcome back. Well, we had so much fun with our superheroes here, but this was not the first time we met the Marvel Universe team. We got to get a sneak peek at their rehearsal process. And guess what? That happens right here on the Suncoast at Feld Entertainment. We saw the motorcycle stunts, the acrobatics. I have to tell you, the best part was getting to go inside Feld Entertainment. You know, you drive by those big buildings and see the signs on 301 up there in Palmetto all the time. It is a child's masterpiece in there. I mean, they have every costume, every workout place, every stunt you've ever seen in every show right here on the Suncoast. So we're so glad to have Feld here with us. Don't forget, what you saw on our stage is just the beginning of Marvel Universe Live. It is coming right here to the Suncoast to Amalie Arena in Tampa, January 5th through the 7th. You can get tickets on the Marvel Universe Live website. We can't wait. We can't wait to go to the kitchen and hang out with Chef Miller from the Starlight Room.
When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota flooring.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. More Sarasota police officers are getting ready to patrol city streets. YSPD is focusing on 4 intersections in particular and where you can expect to see them. Taking a quick look at your first alert traffic right now, there's some backup on the Ringling Bridge and southbound on US 41. There is a crash blocking the left southbound lane and it is causing some congestion. Well, let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Jacqueline, a beautiful day today. It was sunny skies right now, 81 degrees. The dew point temperature still pretty high for this time of year. At 67, winds out of the northwest, they have picked up a little bit this afternoon at 13 miles an hour. Temperatures a little bit warmer inland into the mid-80s there in places like Sebring, also into Arcadia as well as Northport, right along the coast with that sea breeze developing into the upper 70s there. More in your forecast coming up at 5. Hope to see you then.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
If you or a loved one used a proton pump inhibitor, such as Nexium, Prilosec, or Prevacid, and then developed chronic kidney disease, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Our recent report released by the American Medical Association found that the use of proton pump inhibitors was associated with a significant increase in the risk of developing chronic kidney disease. Side effects associated with these medications include acute kidney injury, chronic kidney disease, dialysis treatment, kidney or renal failure, kidney transplant surgery, and even death. If you or a loved one used Nexium, Prilosec, or Prevacid and then developed chronic kidney disease, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-977-4346. Again, that's 1-800-977-4346.
Coming up Wednesday at 4 on Suncoast View, it's Workout Wednesday. We have a new Suncoast business to help us out. We'll give Pilates a try to stretch and strengthen us with the newest gym in our area. It's a country kind of day. Kim Betts and a Sugarland tribute band will be in our Sounds of the Suncoast, plus energy-efficient home improvement help. And Harry's Continental Kitchen will join us in our kitchen.
And welcome back. We are here with Chef Miller from the Starlight Room, and we are making a dish with yellowtail snapper.
Yes, we are.
All right, how do we get started?
So I'm gonna have you chop these.
What are
These
they?
are butternut squash seeds that we've
good.
toasted in salt and pepper and oil.
I thought they were little. I
And
thought they
we're
were
gonna
little
crush those
fish.
up, and we're gonna use them as a garnish on the puree that we
I've heard obviously of pumpkin seeds, but never butternut squash seeds. Those are the seeds that are actually inside.
Tastes real similar.
What do they taste like?
Very, very close to pumpkin seeds.
Oh,
Just
so you
use as
scrape
a
them
little
out
cheater.
like you do with the pumpkin and then toast them?
Yep,
Cook
just
them?
roll
And then
little
smoke.
salt and pepper, a little olive oil, throw them in the oven 350.
Great idea.
All right, you have stepped up my hosting.
Yeah.
So I've started the fillet of snapper. We started with the serving side down. I flipped
Okay.
it now, and we're gonna finish our brown butter sauce with this half a lemon. As the butter starts to brown, we just stop it with the citrus.
Oh, wow.
And this will keep the fish moist. So you don't overcook.
That's a trick.
Yeah, I love finishing it like that. It keeps it flaky, moist.
How long have you been cooking?
I'm ready to go with that.
How long have you been cooking the snapper?
This has been about 6 minutes.
Okay.
It's
So
a
it's quick.
real fast dish.
And oil in the pan?
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit of oil to start, and then after the flip, I throw the butter into brown.
Okay.
Add the capers, and then
I smell the capers.
Then I kill the heat with the lemon and the citrus.
All right, when we do, you said I'm doing this, tossing this salad.
Yeah, you're gonna
so-
put a little bit of lemon oil and salt and pepper on the arugula and spin
Okay.
it around, and then use the cherry tomatoes that we've got.
Okay.
And we'll garnish with that. And I'm gonna take, this is roasted beet and sweet
Already
potato
put some,
puree.
but why not more?
Oh, wow.
It's lovely colors on here.
Chef Miller, is this on the menu at Starlight?
This is actually a special I've just been running this week. I've been
great.
happy that it's fall, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and I like the idea of combining a beet with a sweet potato, too.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the flavor that came out of this.
Yeah, and a nice texture, because beets don't have that smoothness that a sweet potato does.
So we're gonna garnish, this is some of that chopped
Okay.
toasted seed. I'm just gonna
All right,
add a little
very
bit of that.
artistic
looks
chef
very
we have
pretty.
here. I like this.
And now we've got a lemon risotto that I've already prepped up.
Here, let me move this over
Just so we
get a
can
good
capture it.
shot.
Yep.
So without the risotto?
It's just a very simple lemon risotto done with a chicken stock.
Now, you didn't cook it in that pan, did you? 'Cause did you?
I par cook it,
Okay.
and then I stop it, and then I reheat it with a little bit more chicken stock until
Okay.
it gets to the consistency that I want.
That seems difficult.
I was going to say,
There are a lot of steps.
It sounds difficult, but it's not that bad.
We got a lot of steps in this dish. I'm thinking we're going to go to the Starlight Room instead of doing it at home.
This isn't something we can recreate.
Okay.
We're not above admitting that, Chef.
Heard that. Pardon my reach.
All righty.
We're gonna take this now. Let's get it freed up here.
As you're serving it up, I want to point out that I love what the Starlight Room has done as far as infusing theater into the restaurant. It's not a spot you would have naturally thought there would be theater, but there's always great things going on, and you can have dinner right there, right before.
Wow, that
And
looks beautiful.
high-end dinner, might I add, from what we're witnessing
We'll
here.
take this. This is just a little more color to the plate and a little
That looks
freshness.
beautiful.
That is great. So this is yellow-tailed snapper, and it is accompanied with a beet puree and risotto and a little arugula salad.
And we're going to finish with a little bit of brown butter caper
Oh,
sauce.
that's right.
Yeah,
we love our sauces.
And we love butter, right?
Everything's good in the sauce. All right, this is Chef Miller. You can find this as one of the specials at the Starlight Room. Beniva, come on in here, because on Friday nights you're going to find Beniva as well. She has a new show called Vertigo that'll be Fridays at 10, and of course Drag King Bingo coming up this Sunday at McCurdy's Comedy Theater with Beniva. Apparently the gentlemen and ladies, sorry,
We're having
are having
desserts
to start with.
The homemade desserts.
The girls will partake in those lovely fish.
And Linda has a knife.
And Linda's arm, so I don't know. Linda, the superheroes do not use knives. Remember, we taught combat. She's a villain.
I'm eating that frosting. I got forks for you guys. I'm so eating
You two are a disaster. All right, I'm digging into the fish. Share the forks.
Wrong.
Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Be sure to take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.